Oh shit. Sorry about that. My microphone just fell off of my headphones, which is rather not good. Give me a second. This was... It literally just happened as I went to flip it down. I'm gonna mute the mic for a second. Up? Okay, I think that's better. I hope that's better. Sorry about this. I normally have a microphone attached to my headphones, but, literally just now, they fell off. It's a mod mic, technically. Luckily, my setup that manages the audio filtering and stuff that I use is seamless, so it just cut over, basically, as soon as I plugged in the blue snowball that I have. Snowball ice, technically. Right, I have a ton of storm inventory. I was... Okay, so research is ongoing. I was about to start automating stuff, more so. First, we need more power. But more than that, I want and need to automate nanobot tree clearing. Which is electronic circuit iron stick. Which is basically this again, almost. Should, in theory, I think. Good. Okay. Let's get rid of these trees. And also severely restrict these. Oh, it helps if I get those built, doesn't it? I have them in my inventory, so. That's helped significantly, but that isn't the end of the war. It isn't like the savior of the world. I'm gonna need 2, 4, 6, 8 of them. Hey, DM. How you doing? How does my mic sound? Because I started my stream, and my microphone fell off my headphones immediately, so I'm using my hanging from the ceiling microphone. Okay. That's good. That is good. Probably gonna be more variance in how far I sound from the mic, but that's hardly the end of the world. Yeah, I've been dealing with minor garage flooding, of all things. Yeah, that is late. What are you doing up so late? Five, six, seven. Okay, I don't need that. Oh, missing pipe. I was like, what's going on here? Pipe. It's always pipe. All time wake up anytime between 2 and 4 a.m. PM normally, and most people do everything at night here because it's regular for Tuesday close. That is entirely fair. That is entirely reasonable. Okay, good. I'm gonna wander away from here and then come back and let it build it all at once, because it's far more efficient that way. Alright, so I need... Honestly, I need green science. Green science is... Okay, I'm gonna need to automate inserters and transport belts. Transport belts just make sense to automate either way. That's just iron, so let's quickly do that. How many is it? One every half second, and if I put one iron in, 2 for 1, okay. But it is a half second, so that's fine. So if I then build... do that. Gonna do a giant central belt this run? Maybe? I don't know. I might stick with the central belt. I found that after a certain point, especially with the Space Age, the central belt just doesn't have enough bandwidth anymore. Even when I used a mod that doubled the speed of them. So I'm not sure. Using too many bots, I end up in a situation where I just die to frame rate. I got it down to like 23 frames a second without streaming. There's a lot to consider, and I'm not sure what a good answer is. The mod we got into, we managed to deal with throughput, but those belts are nuts. Yeah, and I don't really want to do that, if you know what I mean. Like, they're functional, they're fine, but they're not really what I want to use. Yeah. And, like, I did have a mod installed at one point that just doubled the speed of belts, but that only does so much. Actually, I think it more than doubled them, but either way. I think the answer is going to be some form of some form of just trains. Probably just have trains that fly around and do shit. Well, yeah, exactly. But trains are also really useful because you can just build a giant grid and then every grid becomes a factory, a producer, consumer, whatever. And as long as you have enough trains. Honestly, what I would love is a mod that instead of having to build a rail yard, you just supply train engines and cars, and as it's needed, it just deploys a train on the tracks, and then when they're done, they go back. That would be fucking amazing, but I haven't seen that. I would have found that. Why not make it as long? I don't think you can dynamically build trains, can you? I'd love to know if you can. But even then, can you logically then assign train routes? Is that a thing? Yes, but how? Okay, but how would you get from I need iron to deploy a train with an engine and 4 cars that is now going to go and fetch the ore and then get it refined and then bring it to the thing demanding iron? Or less steps than that. How am I going to get it to still make the train and go get the iron and deliver it? I can't think. I mean, without having trains that already exist with those schedules. Is basically the problem. Do I have chutes? No, I don't. I should install that. Loaders modernized. Filtered chute. Interesting. Loaders modernized. 1x1 loader requiring... Interesting. Well, I want this. Which also implies this. Which doesn't load it over here, which is annoying. We'll see how that looks. Using interrupts, there should be plenty of videos out there explaining it. Interesting. I'm gonna have to watch some videos then, I think. Okay, but that still doesn't answer the question, though. Is there a way to automatically deploy trains without having to set up a massive rail yard? Also, great first comment, by the way. that there for now. Okay. One thing needed would be to have the logic I put name the same as the train route so I can identify which one is needed? I'm gonna have to watch a video on that because I have no idea how to even remotely implement that. Even as an idea, even. I should scratch up on my coding as I have the idea for how it should work. Just no idea how to implement code as a VMod. Yeah, code for it to be mod. I think it would. I mean, it's Lua. I mean, I imagine that probably makes things easier if you know Lua. I don't. Doesn't mean much though. Oh, hang on. Oops. You don't know Lua? Well, it shouldn't be too hard, I don't think. But, like, the point is, what I would love to have would amount to... I need to make steel. What I would love to have would essentially amount to just a building over here, for example, connected to some tracks that just spawns trains using its inventory of stored trains, cars, and fuel, potentially. Probably, actually. Let's go finish this over here. There we go. Oh, really? I suppose, yeah. Gotta make steel, gotta make all kinds of stuff. Also, for once, a variant of the loader that doesn't accept full speed for the next tier down. Neat. Remember there will be a mod that lets you... I remember there being a mod that lets you place blueprints with logic. Bots should be able to place and remove trains then? Good thought. Having bots build trains and disassemble them, presumably, automatically would be handy. I don't know. Alright, let's actually just quickly build our incinerator factory. So that's circuits, gears, plates. Just borrow this. And borrow... this block. That's probably not final location, I'm just putting it there so I have it. That takes iron and copper, so that needs to be copper input. That needs iron, iron. I'm gonna swap those. So there's our iron input. They run into the issue with mega bases of performance and how many bots will be active. It would still be significantly less than doing purely bot-based logistics. Having done the mega base with all the bots, once you get above like 70,000 bots, things start to get a little bit crunchy. Listen. You know me. It was 70,000 logistic and 70,000 construction. Yes, it's a small number, but sometimes it's a sacrifice we have to make for the greater good. Alright, so that is going to produce our circuits. I don't know why I had issues with it, but I was also running a bunch of other mods, so... I mean, I presume part of it was the mod that made it so the bot scheduler wouldn't wait ticks between scheduling groups of bots. Probably part of it, so it could schedule potentially the entire 70,000 bots every tick. It did make things go faster, though. Otherwise, they started running into bottlenecks elsewhere in the factory. I don't have that mod anymore, but it was nice to have. Okay, so... Actually, yeah, that's iron coming in. These are gears coming out. And when you're at the point of having a mega base small road, yeah, you're not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. Alright. Catch you later. Debating if this is even going to be remotely enough. Let's see. When I make these... one iron gear wheel... If I do 2 of them... How many does this produce? I think it's 1.2 seconds. Oh, hang on, no. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. A half second for 1, presumably. So I'll need, like, a second one of those. Debating with myself, more or less, yeah. Although, I mean, there is Anonymous 5666 here, and DM, who was just left. 2 to 3, yeah. This is a terrible layout. You know what? Let's start with just manufacturing the green circuits, just to begin with. Helps if I actually look in the right place. Is this... Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. And we need more. I should automate crafting assembly machines too. They take electronic circuits. So this has to happen regardless. NixOS is really cool. Is moving to Nix next week too soon? Absolutely. You should install Nix, but you shouldn't install NixOS. Use it, learn it, explore it. Discover why you probably won't like it. To be perfectly, I'm just being perfectly honest. As a NixOS user, you probably won't enjoy it. Can I get away with doing that? Will that work? If I do that. Because this is going to be producing these. That's going to be every half second. These are going to want 3 of them every... No, probably not. I'm going to do discrete units like this. may be an idiot, but my favorite OS are the ones where I have to go into the config trials and change things terminal work. But that's not why I like it. It's just so brilliant. It might be the best things just rather now. But no, I'm sticking with Fedora, don't worry. Honestly, if you really want to try it, throw it into, like... Throw it into a VM. Do I have a blue? No, I don't have any blueprints other than for splitters, which are annoyingly all in blue. If you happen to have a better one, I'd very much appreciate it. Or, I say splitters, I mean balancers. I know how to build a bunch of the important ones, but it's always useful to have a reference, right? How did I take those? Never enough. Never enough. Always too much. Oh, sewing room crafting. Remember back in the day, some 25 years ago, when the idea of having your own tiny cluster for more compute was exciting? And it still is. When I run an update on my Nix machines, I've got it configured so that they will collectively, as a group, compile the closure. If anything needs to be compiled, let's say there's like 20 things, every machine in the house will pick up one of the things to compile and then send it back to the requester. For the most part. Not everything does it, but we're reasonable. And that is my game machine, my laptop, my web server, my Minecraft server. Probably not the best for the players, but they don't complain. So I presume it's fine. God damn it. Everything's held up by those. Alright, and so this will be our green circuit output. Need to put power utility poles in here. Alright, we have power. And I'm off by none. I was going to say I'm off by one, but I'm not. How many circuits do I want? Right now, any amount is fine. Later on, this design is going to be replaced with something that produces a full belt of whatever tier I'm at. This is very much just, I need stuff at the moment. It's territory. I also need steel, so I should probably do that. Yeah, Volts 4-star real slow, loading really slow when you leave areas, and you have to tab out. No. To be fair, I don't really play Fallout 4, but also, actually, I have no idea. I'm guessing it doesn't do... Yeah. Yeah. Well, one of the things that Linux is just actually faster at is disk I/O, so... Yeah, I don't know. Look, I can already make use of it. Alright. This was hell. I should undo this. We'll see. Especially with this now drawing on my copper supply this way. Not great. Get out of here now, though I need to go to bed. The night people show up any minute. Fedora has so far been 99.998% trouble-free so far, so day 4. Hell yeah. Honestly, I'm super happy that it's working for you. Like, genuinely so happy, because, like, that's always the risk, right? You tell somebody, you know, try this, and then it just sucks, right? Alright, let's build our inserters. So that's iron and circuits. I can handle that. I don't need 4 of them. Like, I could probably do with 2. And gears. Let's change these ones to gears. Have a good night. Oh, right, they need blades too. Oh, I can do that. That's gonna be problematic soon. I need to get steel going. That's only barely... So each of these belts, I believe, is 15 items a second. That's 37, so that's actually just about tapped in reality. Oh, apparently I missed 2. So I need to, like, tap that. Or that. But that one's right there, so I think I'll go for that one. But for now, I'm going to make a steel factory because I need one. I've just now decided that's going to be the steel belt, but it can't begin over here. It has to begin over there. What did pressing space just do? I genuinely don't know. Huh. I have no idea what that is. Well, yeah, but I've got it on the nano emitter. So I don't know what the nano emitter specifically is doing. Basically just bots for building early game because honestly, it's a bit tedious. One more. Just to make my brain happy. I have no doubt that eventually I will be scaling this up substantially. And making it use its own power source. That's going to be a problem very soon. Build a wall factory down here. Where are you? Here. And I want you. You know what? I can use these guys because this isn't going to be that fast. And you take bricks and make walls. I don't care if it's efficient, I just need it making walls. Efficiency comes later. Honestly, the mistake here was I'm pretty sure that it's, yeah, 5 of them to 1, so I should have 5 of these smelting into one wall machine, but... Okay, that bothers me enough that I'll fix it. Fine. The artisan in my run just unlocked electric mining drills? That's a very, very slow start. Are you playing modded? Like a mod pack or something, or? Okay, so you've got a mod that makes research a lot more expensive. Fair enough. Make it slightly more efficient delivery. It's not going to make that much difference. Well, that will just do its thing, I guess. I really wish there was a mirror button. So it just flips 180. Oh, really? Fair enough. That actually makes total sense. And this is iron, copper, and gear wheels. You have to automate bullets too. Luckily, I think that is that just iron? I think that's just iron. I do wish that blueprints wouldn't press H. Wait, really? Oh my god, thank you. I could kiss you. In a platonic way, you know what I mean. Nods. And then I want a filter to just iron plates. On the right side, please. If you hold control and shift, you can force place the blueprint. I actually am aware of that. It's very useful for, like, when you have bots on landfill. To let you just place blueprints over water or, you know, what have you. Might need to tap into more iron sooner than I thought. It really is just iron. Kill. The only thing that limits how fast you can shoot is the number of bullets you have, realistically. Well, that and the number of guns you have, but in this case... Oh wait, that's not at all what I need. Need those. I regret everything. V? Oh my god, thank you. How do I have, 828 hours in this game and not know that? That is, like, so incredibly useful information. Oh, I'm out of... Okay, fair enough. Not that one. That one. Okay. That's gonna be really soon. It's gonna be really hard to... I'm gonna have to, like, set up turrets and stuff. But I don't... That's a trick, isn't it? I need to prioritize. Luckily, right now... Okay, it's touching them, but luckily right now, the trees are doing a lot of work for me. Are those just combat bots? I think they are. And there it is. Any other? No? Okay. Yeah, it probably is. Oh, I'm a... Of course it's not gonna work. I'll just let it have copper there. What have I done with the turrets that I just pulled out? There they are. God damn it. I just murdered you guys. Yeah, putting it a little bit too close there might have been a mistake. Never hurts to have power, right? Or advanced lookouts. Unless you run out. Here we go. Oh, that one's gonna be mean. In fairness, so is that one, but they're both equally pretty far away, so I'll leave them for now. I hate that I can't make those quite go the way I'd like. Tile, that's the word. But only work a specific way. Now if I copy this, that one's like way too close. Unless I add like another section, I guess. Yeah, that works. Coming from that direction, chances are they'll run into that. Trying to rebuild what they've broken, which is basically a little bit of iron and a little bit of, basically iron, a little bit of copper. I want a couple of those. I want two of those, I think. Yeah, 2. Oh, right. Can't wait till I upgrade, get the next tier of stuff, including poles that don't suck. Why did I just come? Oh, I was coming back over here because I want to touch these, not that. They can share those. Magnanimous of me. There's also no power, but, you know. Solved. Yeah, chances are if those guys attack, they'll run to this before they get to that, because that's what they're going to want to attack. Which occurs to me, there is something broken over here. What are they broken about? Is that fuel? It might be fuel. It looks like fuel. It's fuel. In fairness, this should not have been sustaining that nearly as long as it did, so. Downwards, super compact, yes, yes, yes. Sucks playing without the basics, like... Playing without the basics like Splitters Underground sucks. Oh, absolutely it would. Yeah, I can imagine. That's just to get some coal down to the power plant, which is currently starving out. And it's gone. At least it's way easier to black start a Factorio factory than it is to black start like a real power grid. Like if they did it like how you have to do it in reality, fuck me. That would be terrible. I'm sure some people would love that, but there's probably going to be a blip of power here soon. Oh, I'm out of, Yep, there's the blip. It is on the factories to do like that in case of an outage, but it takes ages to start, yeah. Like, it's not terrible to black start a factory in Factorio, but like, man, can it be rough. And, can we put these down? There's like a lot of them in my inventory. Oh. Because of existing power infrastructure, huh? You can solve that. You can just rebuild it. Of course there is. Sorry, hang on, dealing with the spammer. There we go. This should be able to just about build the whole thing. I was just about to say, did I run out of those? Because I don't think I ran out of those. The answer is no. I did not. What I am going to do, though, is right now I only need 3 belts worth. For 3 belts, one belt worth. Just gonna do that. But also, I'm gonna clear that route so that I can pull a second belt down. For later. This is probably gonna stutter step a bunch of times until it's got fuel going. Yeah, you know what? It said it was 19 a second, so that's actually not amazing. That's only, like, just barely over 1 belt, so, yeah, whatever. Better than what I had before, though. That actually noticeably contracted the cloud, I think. What you could do is have fuel on a separate power grid. Absolutely, I could, yeah. Later on, when I typically, this is basically my startup factory. I basically am just getting to the point where I can tear everything out and rebuild everything properly. Right now, it is chaos. Later on, I will have a separate grid for power. It'll have its own. It'll mine near the power generation. It'll have a direct connection via belt. It'll just exist in its own little bubble. There will be probably a generator or two that just run the inserter arms and the miners. Exactly. And happy to note that the power supply is stabilizing, as we have just barely got coal coming in just fast enough now. I'm curious. Just gonna highlight all of it. 7 point... Okay, so we could actually still scale up some. I did very deliberately also have these two at the end using burner inserters because, in theory, fingers crossed, as long as there's not too much demand, those should be enough to kickstart power generation. Because these will always be able to feed these, and hopefully producing enough power to get these, even just slowly inchingly, get coal over here, and these should be enough to, and once that happens, it all should just kick on. Fingers crossed that that happens, of course, but it can. In that scenario, though, there's usually stopped because out of power condition led to because of no coal condition. All right, let's get this going. This should be easy because we've got both of those automated now. I'm gonna build it over here. I need so many of these. These are slow. I want to verify that is belt and insert. Got it. Thank you for the follow. I just realized I automated inserters, or I automated belts twice in the exact same way. Well, these ones will feed this. Grab some of those so that I can use them later. I'm actually going to change the direction of this because I need to get it. Here. I mean, it's still not going to be nearly enough, but it gets us started into research, and I want this, 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 and I want this. Actually, I want this more than this. The first greens. You know, it occurs to me I could have just possibly done that a better way, but that works. Last one? Maybe? There you go. My intention, more or less, once I get into trains, is deciding how I'm going to use the trains. But I'm going to build discrete factory blocks, essentially, that take, you know, X resource, produce Y resource. Unless it's power, in which case it produces power. How did I end up one short? Like, goddamn. Alright, so right now, immediate things I'm seeing that need to be addressed, not enough iron. I can handle that. That's producing 2 belts a second. I'm using about 2 belts a second, so I need to get another. Let's go explore. Let's bring materials and such so that we can explore with materials. Water. Okay. I was like, what is that over there? Ooh. Nice. Big oil supply. Okay. Let's take it to the right. Yeah. I'm gonna need a lot more iron. So there's more iron. Just saying something, because I need iron to get more iron. Did I math those wrong? Nope, I didn't. Okay. That is correct. Actually, what will the throughput of this be? It doesn't tell me. Good. Based on this, I'm going to say probably 4 and a bit belts. Which means I'm going to need to build 4 and a bit of these. By which I was going to build 4 of them and balance them, probably. I'm going to need a lot more inserters, and I'm going to need a lot more... Well, really everything. I'm going to need a lot more of everything, but especially inserters and other things. Yes, I'm being very descriptive. It's a trait of mine. But I have done multiplayer, yeah. It's a lot easier with multiplayer, to be perfectly honest. There they are. Okay, fair. I've also played with some absolute trolls, but, you know. I didn't bring stone. Luckily, there is like just some stone being mined here, so I can just siphon off that. but I need copper. Hopefully that'll be enough of those. And we'll queue those up. Oh, hang on. I can save a bunch of time if I go grab some circuits. What can I dump here? Where can I dump here? I don't need walls right now, or sticks. Yeah, and I never mind having help. It's always useful to have help. Also, just love making the targets of shame. Just the best. Let's see how this build-up goes, shall we? Yeah, no, like, genuinely, though, actually, like, having friends down to, like, help build a factory, especially if they're willing to follow instructions, which I know sounds terrible, but, like, if they're willing to just do what you say, it can be so fun. Like, to be clear, I'm willing to follow instructions as well. But there's just something about having minions that just makes it easier. That sounds terrible. What the fuck? There's no good way to say that. Yeah, having free labor makes things easier. Like, I fully sympathize and understand Gru's plight. What else are you gonna do? You got minions, you use them. They're free labor. It's like free real estate. It's just free real estate. And sometimes they come up with great ideas and they're like, yes. Good job. Construction permit approved. Please proceed. Oh man, now I have to upgrade everything to the electric furnaces. Which are actually twice as fast, damn it. Okay, well, I mean, that makes sense if I also upgrade to red belt. So when I upgrade to red belt, I will also upgrade to red furnace. Not that that helps the mining situation, actually, it kind of hurts it, but... The friend that had gotten me into Factorio sadly doesn't play anymore because it's too grindy. I mean, You don't play Factorio to avoid grind, to be fair. That's like playing Half-Life to avoid 3D shooters. Although I will say the Space Age expansion definitely made it, it's definitely more grindy. But only because they've added, like, another 90 hours of stuff. Like, another 100 hours of stuff. Which is insane for the value of it. Like, the original game has an achievement for beating it in, I think, less than 10 hours. The expansion has an achievement for beating it in less than 100. Which I think really sets the expectation for what it is. Which is to say, big and difficult. Exactly. As many modded planets as you want with custom difficulty in any fashion that you desire. Oh, it's too close. Fuck. Okay. I didn't leave enough room. At least this time we know we'll have everything we need. Well, I'll just let the bots that I'm rapidly running out of do their job. And I'm gonna have to go get more bots. At least this isn't the kind of disaster that would normally just be like, I'm quitting the game now. Use bots. Because I basically just have to sit here, and it will sort itself out eventually. Unless you're in the research menu, in which case it can pauses. Unlike, I think, pretty much every other menu. Do I happen to have the 2 spares? I did. Meanwhile, let's do some belting. I miss my bot swarms. There is a mod that lets you have bots early on, but yeah. Keep going. I think I schedule the build, then the delete, in that order. Which, I mean, makes total sense, but still annoying. I wish they were more parallel. Or was a setting for that? Huh. The answer is no, but it's interesting nonetheless. I wouldn't mind if there was an option to enable speed, making these guys go faster. Because, like, at the end of the day, it just takes longer, as opposed, like, it's still going to take resources the longer I have to do this for, right? Like, it's the same amount of resources. There isn't one. I checked. Or at least I didn't see one. Nanobots. Oh. Oh, actually there is. See if it makes it any faster? Oh, that's much faster. Sold. Fair enough, I will go to the side. Just a little bit short, but that's fine. Alright, so we're still short of furnaces. That's not the end of the world. We can make more. What are we lacking? Stone. Easy. Acquirable. Probably don't even need 40. Okay, got those, got those. Okay, I think we're good. I just need to do it, essentially. Get those done. Right. Oh, that'll come done eventually. Well, that's disappointing. 40 wasn't enough. Probably need another 40. And now I'm out of iron. Which, honestly, if I come up here, I should eventually have iron up here, so... Yeah, there's like 1, 2, 3, 10-ish. So yeah, this would be enough. Here we go. Oh, I'm out of belt. That makes sense. Like, why did it stop? Belts? Go for a run back there in a minute. first I want to make this work nicely and cleanly. Because I'm going to need a 6-to-4 balancer. If I could rotate instead of pausing the game, that'd be fantastic. Oh, fair enough. You know, I'm actually going to fix that as well. Alright, let's go for a run, shall we? Actually, let's finish that before we go for a run, because, yikes. You know what? Let's have fun with this. Let's ride it all the way down this stretch. Because why not? Alright, so they're going to become a problem soon. They're maybe going to become a problem soon. They're definitely going to become a problem soon. They're right. They're the closest to the edge of the pollution cloud. Honestly, if I was smart, one of the things I would do here is I would peel off a belt and just turn that exclusively into steel. But our steel demand isn't thus high enough yet to make that, you know, a high demand thing. That being said, we can upgrade our ammunition, which I probably should. Make that. I need to provide ammunition, steel, and copper. I'll provide steel and copper on this side. Alright. We have ammunition. Yes, ideally I would like to set up logistic trains. Having trains that can respond to demand as opposed to fixed schedule, kind of my preference. I'm okay with modded as long as it's easier. I've tried to do it vanilla and I've never managed to wrap my head around it. And even like LTN and whatever the other one is, they're very, I don't want to say confusing, but they're not quite what I am looking for, if that makes sense. I mean, to be fair though, LTN and company, I keep forgetting the other one. They're good. I've used them. LTN's kind of what? Okay, what's LTN manager? Really? I'm good, planner. Oh, factory, not Factorio. Interesting. I will try that. If that becomes an issue, I'm keeping that in mind. Okay. Honestly, I was thinking about ending the stream anyway because I'm being honest, it is late for me too. I normally would have started streaming like many hours ago, but my garage flooded and there was water running down the walls, so like of my basement, so I had to deal with that. So actually, I'm gonna call it here as well. Have a good night, Anonymous, and everyone else that's watching. Oh yeah, no, it was wild. I've got a shop vac that does 5 gallons. I borrowed it from the management. Either way, 5 gallon shop vac. I emptied it 22 times the first time that I vacuumed out of the water, and then 11 the second. That's almost 700 liters of water. Around 700 liters of water. Trust me, I am well hydrated, but thank you. Anyway, have a good night, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Hopefully Anonymous, I will see you tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be playing Factorio or I've been playing Majora's Mask. Next time I play Majora's Mask, I'm probably going to be recollecting all the fairies because I forgot to turn them in Stone Tower Temple, and then finishing out the Pieces of Heart, and then beating Majora, and that'll be 100%. Anyway, have a good night, everyone. I will see you tomorrow. Do I have stream notification? Yes, I do. I mean, they're manual, but they're notifications that I've gone live. Except for, I might not have done it today because I started so late. Yeah, no, I didn't. I didn't do it today. But yeah, have a good night, everyone. I will see you later. Enjoy the rest of your night.